very kind, generous mission he has as a co-founder and mentor of Lens&Meds, and I heard him say that he can, like, provide specs at a very reasonable price. So that is the background of Partha Roy. But last but not the least is y'all students, y'all call your besties. No, he is my bestie because we've been together since college. Okay, and we've had a similar journey so far. From Calcutta, we started a career in Bihar, both of us. Then he moved to Bombay. I also moved to Bombay. From Bombay, he moved to Bangalore. I also moved to Bangalore. And today, see, we are sharing the same screen with the students of Parikrma Humanity Foundation. So over to you, Partha Anna.
Thank you, Bhaskar. It's a very elaborate, let's say, introduction. But I'm very glad to be here because I have usually talk and coach, let's say, as far as nutrition is concerned, to the pharmaceutical world. I mean, which are the people who really work there. But this is probably for the first time I am talking to the youngsters, and where it matters a lot. So therefore, today's topic, let me just bring it to you, which is nutrition and you, for the little angels of Parikrma Humanity Foundation. Right. So before we go into the topic, I must tell you that when you come talk about nutrition, you think of three things. One is food, one is nutrition, and diet. So let us understand what are the difference between these three. So food are the items what we eat and drink for energy and to stay alive. And this is, of course, required for our life and growth. And what about nutrition? Nutrition is food that our bodies need to consume daily for our bodies to function optimally. So only taking food will not help, but it must also function. So this includes, complex carbohydrates, protein, healthy fats, fiber, etc. And what is diet? This is the term which we have often heard from many of our people, that they say that they are on the diet, they want to diet and things like that. So let us understand the diet is actually a special menu meant for an individual person for a very specific cause. So therefore, if I am taking one particular diet, it may not be feasible for somebody else. Now, this specific cause could be for to gain weight, to reduce weight, or for medical reasons like diabetes, rheumatism. It could be even for renal diet, that is for the people who have got kidney problem, rheumatism. So many things are there, diseases are there for which we need to take special nutrition, which is known as diet. So let us understand that what are the types of food we have. So do you all know that what are the types of food what we eat daily? Any idea?
Tasmia?
Okay, let me start with that so that you understand. Let's say carbohydrates. Have you heard about carbohydrates?
Yes, Anna.
Yes,
Yes,
of course
sir.
you have heard about carbohydrates. So like carbohydrates, we have also proteins, fats.
Anna,
Yes, please.
these
Yes,
are the 6 or 7 nutrients which we take
absolutely,
in a daily life.
absolutely.
Seven and nutrients.
Sorry,
Seven nutrition are there.
seven nutrients are there. So can you please tell me which are the ones? Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These are the major nutrients. Okay, and
And
then comes
vitamins,
Mineral,
then minerals. Then we have got
vitamins,
vitamins. Yes, vitamins. Then we have got
fiber,
fiber,
fiber, water.
and
water.
last is the water. Yes. So you got it. So, but most of the times people do not talk much about fiber as far as types of foods are concerned. So it boils down to six actually: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. These are the major or the main nutrition, followed by vitamins, minerals, and water. Water not to be taken very easily because it's a very, very serious food. It's within our means, but still we do not really respect the water. So, but before that, let me just tell you that what are the benefits of healthy eating? So you can see here, I have taken many of the slides from the internet basically to make your understanding easy. So if you look at an adult, which all of you are more or less, so it actually helps to live longer. It keeps skin, teeth, eyes healthy. It supports muscles and bones. It boosts immunity and then lowers the risk of heart disease, type 2 disease, type 2 diabetes. In fact, then many other, like I said, about kidney disease, rheumatic problems. Then it supports also healthy pregnancies and breastfeeding, and helps in the digestive system, and also to remain healthy and to keep our weight optimum. So these are the different benefits for the adults, and for the children. All are fine except for the fact that it also supports the healthy growth, because the growth happens during this age of yours. So again, if you look at it, it's almost all the same. You're talking about the healthy weight, you're talking about the muscles, skin, teeth, and eyes, strengthening bones, then brain development. Yes, of course, brain development is also a very, very important thing, part of the healthy growth, boosts immunity, and also helps the digestive system function. So now with these benefits, we will come to the most important, according to me, the food, which is water. Have you ever realized that we have got 17 benefits of water? So let's look at that. See what water does. It supports heart health, it improves circulation, increases waste removal, that is from the kidney, flushes out toxins, nutrient absorption, increased energy and alertness, supports weight, healthy loss, improves complexion. Can you imagine? So if you want to glow your skin, so you must have a lot of water. Supports muscle building. And then the next few are, it enhances brain function, boosts immune system, prevents headaches, prevents kidney stones, prevents cramps, supports joints, prevents backaches, and prevents bad breath. So can you imagine that you have got 17 benefits of water, but water is the most neglected, food, and which we do not take it very seriously. Many people, just you ask yourself how many glasses of water you drink. So can you please tell me how many glasses of water one should drink?
No, 7 or 8 glasses. No.
Yes, absolutely.
Eight
So if you
glass.
look at that, you must have 2 glasses of water in the morning, and 2 glasses would be in the mid morning. During lunchtime or after lunch, you must have another 2 glasses. 1 glass of water you must have in the afternoon, and 1 glass to end the day after the dinner. So don't forget 8 glasses of water. Now, as we have understood that, many of you are also knowing it, now it's also a responsibility to tell others that you need to take 8 glasses of water a day to keep yourself healthy. Because as you have just seen, there are 17 benefits of water, whether it's 17 or 16 or 15, doesn't matter, that one must drink at least 8 glasses of water. As you grow older, it would be little more, about 9 to 10 glasses. So, but then 8 glasses is the optimum one. So after water, let's talk about the most important food, according to me, which is proteins. Proteins are complex organic nitrogenous compounds that we all know. The small units are known as amino acids. So proteins are known as amino acids. So if anybody talk about amino acids, you must understand it's proteins. And if anybody talks about proteins, you must know that they are talking about amino acids. There are about 20 different amino acids which are found in the human body. Remember, do you know that what are essential and non-essential amino acids? Are you aware? Are you aware?
Yes, Muhammad Ali, Tasmia, Divya.
No, no.
Okay. Now, out of these 8 amino acids are essentials. If you do not know, not a problem. Just say no, no problem. So essentials are the essential amino acids. Please understand this very clearly. The essential amino acids are those amino acids which our body cannot produce. Because there are many other, let's say about 12 amino acids which our body can produce itself from different sources, including carbohydrate, includes minerals, vitamins. It will all come together and it may have that particular amino acids. But 8 amino acids, which are, like, I don't know whether you have heard about tryptophan or valine or methionine, lysine, isoleucine, all these are actually essential amino acids. So whenever you are taking an protein, please understand the essential amino acids are very, very important. Otherwise, you have got incomplete food. Okay? So let us see what are the functions of proteins. So we all know, but let us just go through it. Repair and maintenance of body tissues, synthesis of hormones and other vital molecules like enzymes, transport and storage of nutrients, and bolster immunity. And immunity, this particular thing we have heard many times during the last 1.5 years, because we know that if the immunity would have been much, much better for human beings, maybe so many people wouldn't have died due to COVID. So immunity is a very, very important thing. And although so proteins one is taking, one should also understand that the essential amino acids are a must, and that has to be taken almost daily. So let us look at, and of course, yes, growth of cells and tissues and bodybuilding. This is the main function of proteins. So let us look at the vegetarian source of proteins. What is there on the right-hand side? Do you recognize this particular food?
Green gram.
Green gram. Okay, let's see. We'll come to it. But before that, let us look at soybeans. This is a very, very rich vegetarian source. You have got paneer. Then you have got, let's say, oatmeals, if you can have. And on your right, I don't think that you have recognized it correctly. It is ragi, or the millet, finger millet. So you have got cheese, which is also have got good protein source. We have got nuts, even peanuts. You don't have to go for cashew nuts or walnuts or pistachios, but just plain peanuts. They are very, very enriched with proteins. And then we have got legumes like, beans, sprouts. You can have legumes every day. And the last but not the least is dals. Also, one of the, this is of course the vegetarian source. The other one is if you look at the protein pyramid, then you will realize that down below are the proteins which are from the non-vegetarian sources. So if you look at seafoods and lamb and chicken, fish, especially the sea fish, they have very enriched with proteins. Then you have got eggs, cheese, then comes nuts, then fibrous veggies or vegetables, then fats and oils, and lastly the fibrous fruits. So as you go up, the protein content is less. As you go down, the protein content is very high. I don't know how many of you are non-vegetarian and how many of you are vegetarian, but doesn't matter. I'm sure that many of you must be having eggs, because eggs do not fall into the areas of non-vegetarian. It's neither veg nor non-veg. So you must take eggs in case you are not taking, or let's say, non-veg foods. Protein is a must. Plus, I will tell you also some other sources later on as we go ahead. So after water and proteins, let us go to the fats. The fats are again one of the main food substances in your body. The smallest units of fats are known as fatty acids. Like the smallest units of proteins are known as amino acids, fats are known as fatty acids. And the main benefits of fats is to provide energy. So whenever we require energy, usually it is being, of course, provided by carbohydrates, but otherwise 1 gram of fat can provide 9 kilocalories of energy, which is quite substantial. Fats in the body also supports organs such as heart, intestine, kidney, fat beneath the skin to provide insulation against the cold. So fat beneath the skin will provide the insulation against the cold. And plus each of the organs has got a covering, which is also have got a fat covering, it's adipose tissue covering. Fats also help in the absorption of some of the vitamins, which are known as the fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, E, and K. So these are all about fats. And there are, of course, the two types of fats which should be, divided into unsaturated fats and the saturated fats. Unsaturated fats are good fats, which we must take every day, which are also known as essential fatty acids. That means, again, these are the fatty acids which cannot be produced by the body, so you need to take it from outside. Saturated fatty acids are very, very harmful, so therefore we must all avoid it. And I'm sure you know that which are the saturated fatty acids we are talking about. So let's look at the PUFA, or the polyunsaturated fatty acids. Okay, so this is again one of the essential fatty acids, and they are known to reduce cholesterol level in the blood. So that's a very, very important thing. We always feel that whenever we are taking some fats, it's always bad. No, not at all. There are some good fats, in fact, exceptionally good fats, which is like PUFA. And the best examples of PUFA are omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Have you heard about omega-3 and omega-6? Have you, or have you not?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So therefore, omega-3 and omega-6, these are the main, let's say, pillars of fatty acids, PUFA. So these are very, very essential. So you have got fish, nuts, seeds, oil, corn oil, and sunflower. These are the two oils which are very rich in PUFA. So whenever at your home, whenever you are going to cook something, you try and see that you have got sunflower oil and corn oil. Of course, one of the oils which I know for sure that is the coconut oil, which is of course a saturated fatty acid, but it is not all that bad. So that's the saturated fatty acids. These are unsaturated fatty acids. So MUFA is known as monounsaturated fatty acids. Just remember MUFA, MUFA. Now, these days, if you go to the market and if you see the nutritional content, they are also, all the manufacturers are mentioning these days PUFA and MUFA, because they know that these are very, very essential nutrients for our body. So people must know that this particular product contains PUFA and MUFA, so that the customers gain. So MUFA is another example of essential fatty acids, but which are mainly plant-based fatty acids. It's quite healthy. They target the stubborn belly fat and replace the salty fatty snacks. Because if you take the snacks which are not good for health, and you will see, not for you, but you will see many adults which will be having some belly fat. Now, if the belly fat has to be removed, it's very obstinate, very stubborn. So they have to be removed by taking MUFA, or let's say foods like nuts, olives, avocados, and all. So, and remember one thing, that MUFA and PUFA ideally should constitute 20% of the daily diets. More is also not very good, because then you'll have a digestion problem. So usually the dietary allowance, what has been given is that one must take 20% of your daily meals should be consisting of MUFA and PUFA. Now, when we talk about omega-3, now this is one area which you must, try and understand as you go further, as far as nutrition is concerned. Because omega-3 is very, very essential, very, very important. Now, if you look at, you have got eggs, you have got fish, you have got broccoli. So these are the ones, and you will have one small spoon you can see on the left, which is known as chia seeds. I don't know how many of you have been exposed to this particular newer type of food, which is chia seeds. But I value this particular chia seeds a lot. I take it daily, And I will tell you, I have got one slide specifically for chia seeds to tell you that how good these particular seeds are. And so this omega 3 and omega 6 also has got, you have got walnuts, sunflower seeds, nuts, almonds, peanuts, bacon, chicken thighs, eggs, butter. So you have got omega 3 and omega 6 in eggs. So therefore, if you are taking one egg a day, and you are doing a good justice to yourself, right? So then let us look at these omega 3. Omega 3 is actually three areas. You don't have to remember all these things, I think, but remember that what are the foods which contains omega 3. Omega 3 has got three, let's say, very essential fatty acids, which is alpha linolenic and docosahexaenic and eicosapentaenic. So, or it is known as ALA, DHA, and EPA. And again, in ALA, if you look at, you have got chia seeds, you have got walnuts, you have got flax seeds. Flax seeds, I'm sure you have heard about it. Flax seeds, you have? Hello?
No,
Badam.
Have you or have you not?
no. Flaxseed is not
They
badam.
wouldn't have heard of all these
Okay,
seeds.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, okay, fine. So flax seeds, actually it is doing its rounds now, and chia seeds, and it's not very expensive as well. So once in a while, if you try and take these seeds, I think it would be better. And the other sides, of course, is DHA and EPA is not required really. Once you have the chia seeds and flax seeds, if you can take, that is good enough, because ALA also gives rise to DHA and EPA. But forget that part now. But fats to be avoided, that you must know that which are the fats we must avoid. That is, things like saturated fats, like, meats, seafoods, some cooking oils, dairy foods like butter and cheese. So the RDA is saying that not more than 10% should be taken. So be very, very restrictive as far as butter is concerned and cheese is concerned, or oils are concerned. So make it less oily food. Always take that. And trans fats. Trans fats are the most harmful for your body. And if you know all your good things which taste good are actually trans fats. So if you are talking about let's say your cold drinks, and if you are talking about ice creams, if you are talking about burgers, if you're talking about pizzas, these are all have got trans fats one way or the other. So big capital avoid. So with this, let us go to carbohydrates. Another, along with proteins and fats, carbohydrates are one of the three major nutrients of our daily food that you already know. Carbohydrates occur in various forms like sugars, dietary fiber, and there are three types of sugars actually, which is mono means one. So one single unit, that is known as glucose, fructose, and galactose. So remember again, when we are talking about proteins, it is amino acids. When we are talking about fats, it is known as fatty acids. And as far as carbohydrates is concerned, the lower unit is the saccharide, monosaccharide, glucose, fructose, and galactose. So these are the ones. You have got disaccharides also, where two molecules are there: sucrose, lactose, maltose, and polysaccharides are amylose, amylopectin, glycogen, etc. Sorbitol. These are all polysaccharides. You don't have to remember that, but I am saying just remember these names: that glucose, fructose, galactose, sucrose. Just remember these so that you know that where you can get this. So what are the functions of carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are the main source of energy, providing 4 calories per 1 gram. And remember, fat is 9 calories per 1 gram. Carbohydrates is 4 calories per 1 gram. Whenever we do work, like if you are raising your hand like what I'm doing, or if you are running, if you are walking, if you are taking your stance, if you're looking at left, right, we need energy to do that. The muscle needs energy. Now this energy comes from where? This energy comes from carbohydrate. But once a person, let's say he goes for fasting, let's say he's not taking, or he cannot take food because of some diseases, some fever or something. So what happens, that carbohydrate level in the body comes down drastically. So then the fat, it actually starts releasing the energy. So if you have seen that when a fat person, knowingly or unknowingly, or uh, whenever he has got a disease, or if he is willingly he's fasting, then he will find that the carbohydrate is going off and the fats coming in. So the fats burning starts there. So therefore, if you want to lose your weight, the one good thing is that take less food or go for fasting 1 or 2 days. You will find that the carbohydrates will no more there and the fats will start burning. So that's the best way to understand that what carbohydrates does and what fat does. So carbohydrates are also, they store the energy as glycogen in the muscle and the liver. So they not only they give the energy, but they also store the energy. So carbohydrates are essential for the oxidation of fats. That means when the fats break down, or for the synthesis of the non-essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids are the ones which can be produced in the body. So carbohydrates do that. So let us look at the different types of carbohydrates. So if you have got bread and wheat, banana, all these potatoes, these are all complex carbohydrates. They've got, complex means it has got a long chain. It's not a small chain, long chain. So therefore, when you have got a diabetic patients, in case you know any diabetic patients, you must tell them to avoid simple carbs on your right hand side and take more of complex carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are also known as carbs. So complex carbs and simple carbs. So that's why I've written there simple carbs. So what are the simple carbs? You know that you have got cookies, you have got juices, you have got chocolates, and your buns and all these. So these have to be avoided, but once in a while you can take it, especially when you are young. But at our age, we must avoid it at all cost. So now let's come to vitamins and minerals. So, or vitamins and minerals. The American way of pronunciation is vitamins, and British pronounce it as vitamins. So vitamins and minerals, each of the vitamins and minerals known today has specific functions in the body. So we all know about the functions of minerals and vitamins, which makes them unique and irreplaceable. You cannot replace a particular vitamin or particular mineral. We'll just go through that. No single food contains the full range of vitamins and minerals except the mother's milk. You know, the mother's milk is the most complex or most complete food, which has got everything. Apart from there is no single food which contains the full range of vitamins and minerals. And inadequate nutrient takes results in deficiencies. A variety of food is therefore vital to meet the body's vitamins and mineral requirements. So we need to take a lot of food here and there, so which we have already discussed some of them and some of the things we should be discussing. Now let's go to vitamins first. Vitamins are the class of organic compounds categorized as essential nutrients. They are required by a body, but in very small amounts. So you require just minuscule, maybe some 1 mg, 2 mg, 6 mg, like that. In some vitamins like vitamin B12, it requires us a microgram, mcg, vitamin B12. So they fall in the category of micronutrients. This we just spoke while talking about fats, that fat-soluble vitamins are A, D, and K, and water-soluble vitamins are the B group or B complex, which is vitamin B1, B2, B6, B12, niacin, folic acid, biotin, pantothenic acid, and choline. And of course, not to forget, the most essential water-soluble vitamin is vitamin C. So vitamins are essential for life, of course. Our bodies need vitamins to function properly. We cannot produce most of the vitamins ourselves, at least not in sufficient quantities to meet our needs. For example, I'll tell you vitamin B12. This vitamin or vitamin B12 cannot be produced in the body, and it has to be only let's say, a non-vegetarian source. So only meats, they have the vitamin B12, but many of us do not take meat. And so therefore we need to go for a B complex, let's say capsules, which has got vitamin B12 and all the other vitamins so that it keeps you healthy and gives you the uh, more or less the source for vitamin B12. So, so they have to be obtained from the food what we eat. So let's look at these vitamins, which are vitamin fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin A, eyes, immune system, skin, genes, and growth. So vitamin A is very, very essential for eyes. So remember that. So, and you can take the sources, which I will tell you later on. Vitamin D, it actually is very, very essential for skin texture and skin health, intestine, kidney, and bones. Vitamin E, it's basically antioxidants. Again, it acts in the immune system, and it also helps in the erythropoiesis or red blood cells formation. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting. So in case a person does not have vitamin K, enough of it, then the stopping of the blood in case there is an injury will take a lot of time to get stopped or to get clotted. So let us look at the vitamin B complex. We saw the vitamin fat soluble. Now let us look at the water soluble. So vitamin B complex, it helps in cell health, energy metabolism, appetite, digestion, proper nerve function, neurological process. Neurological process is very, very important because for nerves and the brain function, it is the vitamin B complex which are very, very essential. Eyesight, skin and hair, wound healing, blood lipid profile, and also red blood cells formation. So hair, nails, skin, and reproduction, and DNA synthesis, these are a part of vitamin B complex. Now, vitamin C. Now, this is one of the most essential vitamins, and you already know about it. So, the number one antioxidant, if a person wants to know that why antioxidant, because they actually stop the oxidation process of the body. So, you may be knowing this, that whenever we are taking some food and we have got a problem, and the problem is because of some oxidation of some of the materials which are happening in the body. So antioxidants are the ones which actually stop that. So therefore, this is just for you to understand that you see the second one, which is protects from cancer cells and destroy the cancer cells. So therefore, vitamin C is so important that it acts as an antioxidant. That means it prevents oxidation and also protects cells, especially the cancer cells. And actually, at the end, they even destroy them. Also, vitamin C helps in iron absorption and it promotes liver detoxification. So that's very, very important. So one must take vitamin C or vitamin C every day. Please understand. And usually, now this is, I'm just telling you as a hint, that every day one must take, especially your age group, you must take about anything between 250 milligram to 500 mg, 500 milligram of vitamin C every day. Now, yes, please.
Anna, what are the items rich in vitamin C, Anna?
Sorry, I didn't get that question. Please tell me once again.
What are the items rich in vitamin C?
I'll come to it. I'll come to you. Very nice question. Because just after this, you will find that. But remember that, yes, very, very interesting area, that which are the foods or which are the fruits we are going to eat to get the vitamin C. That's very, very important. But remember that this vitamin C, as I was telling you, that how much to take. So that's, now let me explain. Because vitamin C cannot be stored in the body. Now, please understand this. There are many other vitamins which can be stored in the body, which is vitamin A can be stored, vitamin D can be stored, K can be stored, vitamin B complex can be stored, but vitamin C or vitamin C cannot be stored in the body. So therefore, if anybody you know who are taking a vitamin C tablets or vitamin C food, they have to understand, they have to take it in 2 or 3 divided doses. That means some of the fruits they will be taking in the morning, some of the foods they will be taking in the afternoon, and some maybe in the evening. It cannot be taken at one time, because what would happen is that vitamin C is, since it's not being stored, it will be passing through the urine. So there is no vitamin C will be left. For example, so let's go straight away. But before that, let me just tell you that it also regulates, that is vitamin C, neurotransmitter production. That means whenever we are, expanding our hands or contracting our hands, the neurotransmitter, that means some of the chemicals which are being released from the nerve endings that work. So that has to be regulated, because otherwise you may have pain, or you may not be able to contract your muscles or relax your muscles, whichever way it is. So therefore it's very, very important about vitamin C. So now you see that our next slide is the food source of vitamins. So all the vitamins would be lined up. So now see, first is vitamin A. So these are also important. Meat liver. Many people, they don't take non-veg, so it's not for them. But boiled egg. Now that's a very, very important thing. Butter, sweet potato. See, many times we are taking potatoes all the time, but sometimes you must also have sweet potato. Carrot is very, very important. Let's talk about vitamin D. Egg yolks, again, we are taking eggs, so that would be fine. Oats, if you are taking. Oranges, liver, meat, fish like sardines, they have got vitamin D. Vitamin E is again very important. Spinach, so that peanuts, sunflower seeds. See, so we all know about this, and we take some of the things some of the times. So in case you are buying vegetables, your parents are buying vegetables, your friends are buying vegetables, ask them to focus on to these spinach, then let's say sweet potato and things like that. Vitamin C. Now I think you have your answer. You have got lemon, which you know, which is a very good source of vitamin C. Guava, oranges, gooseberry. Have you heard gooseberry? Aula. We call it Hindi aula. I don't know it's called in Kannada, but gooseberry is very, very important. Tomato. So these are the ones which are very, very important as far as uh, vitamin C is concerned. Now, this I was telling you, don't try and take all the vitamin C together, sources together. No, you must take lemon maybe a little bit in the morning. You may take guava maybe in the afternoon. You may take, let's say, tomato during your dinner time. So likewise, you should be always be dividing vitamin C. Remember, but not the others, but vitamin C's mainly. So now let's look at the minerals. So mineral is an element that originates in the earth, that's Mother Earth, and always retains its chemical identity. Remember, all change of that is your carbohydrates, proteins, fats, they would all change, but not minerals. Minerals occur as inorganic crystalline salts, and once the mineral enters the body, they remain there until they are excreted. So they cannot be changed into anything else. And which are the minerals we are talking about? There are many. We are talking about calcium, we are talking about iron, we are talking about magnesium, potassium, zinc, manganese, selenium. So these are all the minerals what we are talking about. The three main functions of the minerals are what? Proper composition of the body fluids, including the blood. Now that's very, very important. If whenever a person, let's say, they have got vomiting, or let's say a diarrhea, so that time what happens, along with the vomiting or the diarrhea, all the minerals, they go out of the body. So what has happened is that, I don't know whether you have whether you observed this or seen this, that immediately the doctors tell them to take some electrolytes, or they must be taking a boiled water and mix some lemon, some salt, and some sugar. So that would suffice. So that will give the immediate, let's say, protection from the body fluid going haywire. So immediately a person who has got a diarrheal problem or vomiting problem, they must have these immediately, because the composition of body fluids and including blood is very, very important. Minerals also play a significant role in maintaining nerve function and the regulation of the muscle tone. So that's also important. The third thing, of course, is the heart. So it support a healthy cardiovascular system. So cardiovascular system means not only the heart, even the blood vessels. So blood vessels are also important in the maintenance. So which minerals do, and which are the minerals? Let's talk about the minerals now. So we have this calcium. Now here I have just written that what are the sources in the second bracket. So calcium is required for bones and teeth. So ragi, are you taking ragi every day? More or less, ragi you take? Okay, fine. So ragi, milk, spinach, cabbage, soybeans, and the nuts. Nuts is slightly hidden because of the slide. So nuts is also there, which is for calcium. Magnesium, I have written the main ones which are important for us. So like phosphorus, I have not written anything. Magnesium, it's for bones and energy metabolism. So wheat, oats, spinach, nuts. These are very, very important as far as the source of magnesium. Phosphorus, bones, teeth, energy, metabolism, and genes expression. So that's phosphorus. Potassium, again, is very, very one of the important minerals. Nerve and muscle activity, blood pressure control. Now, anyone you know, because these days blood sugar and blood pressure, which are the main problems in the society. And so if you know somebody that who has got a blood pressure, you can tell them to take these, which are ragi, banana, spinach, and potatoes, which can be easily be taken, but we don't really, value these foods all the time. So we take it very, very irrationally, or we don't take it at all. And so the problem keeps on aggravating. So chromium, it metabolizes starches and fat, and also insulin activity. Let us look at the other, which is copper, energy metabolism and blood formation. You have got fluoride, teeth and bones, iodine for thyroid function, iron. Again, one of the most important mineral is iron. So it's obviously for blood production. And what it does, as you know, that it also blood not only production, but it also carries the oxygen into the tissues, right? So it's known as hemoglobin. So it takes the uh, oxygen into the different all our bodies, different cells and tissues in the body. So, but where from you get the iron? The source is gram, spinach, ragi, beans, potatoes, and banana. So all one or the other, we always eat all these things, but we must remember that keep on eating these things which are good for our health. Selenium is a very, very important as far as an antioxidant is concerned. So you have got nuts, meat, chia seeds is a very important source of selenium, and of course dal, as we take daily the dal. So that is also very, very important. Another very, very important, let's say, mineral according to me is zinc, especially for the immunity purpose. So if you look at gene expression and immune function, so again you have nuts, meat of course is there, but nuts, beans, dal, milk, eggs, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is again cocoa. It's known as cocoa. So dark chocolate is the source of zinc. Not the sweet chocolate, because sweet chocolate also has zinc, but then again it has also got sugar in a very high content. So sodium is also required for extracellular fluid. Sodium actually source, you will get it in salt. So it also required for nerve cell metabolism, muscle formation, and muscle function, and blood pressure maintenance. Manganese is again one of the very, very important, let's say, micronutrient. It is not being required by huge amount, but very small amount, but has to be taken daily. It maintains the connective tissues, bones, brain cells, blood clotting factors, hormones, calcium absorption, blood sugar regulation. Where you will get manganese? You will get it in brown rice, spinach, wheat, beans, nuts. See, many of the, let's say, this food, which are very common, and which you will see that most of the nutrient or micronutrients are being fetched from, can be obtained from these food. So let's go to the next one.
Anna,
Yes, please.
Anna, can you show the three types of minerals, Anna? Three functions of the minerals.
Oh, you want to see it again? Okay. Shall
Yes, Anna.
we finish it, or shall we see it now itself? Tell me. I have no issues. Okay. Let's quickly see that. Yes, these are the three. So proper composition of the body fluids, including blood. So that's very, very important. And maintaining healthy nerve function, regulation of muscle tone, and support of cardiovascular system. So body fluid composition maintenance, maintaining healthy nerve function, regulation of muscle tone, and supporting a healthy cardiovascular system.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. So let's go down to the other, let's say, slides. Now we talk about strengthen immunity. See, as I was telling you that we have last 1.5 years, almost 2 years, we have faced this huge pandemic, and we know that this could have been avoided if our body would have got that immunity. So I don't know that whether you know that how immunity works or how immunity functions, but let me just tell you briefly that what happens is that whenever there is a virus or a bacteria that attack us, what happens? We have got our own cells, which is not the red blood cells, but the WBC, white blood cells. They are the warriors of our body. So they come into play, and they have got two types of cells. I'm just telling you broadly, which are T cells, T for toy, T cells, and B cells, B for boy. So T cells and B cells. So these are the ones which are broadly, as I said, is the main important thing, important, let's say, food substances which are going to help in the immune system. So how it helps? Because whenever the bacteria or virus comes, so the immune system, our body's immune system is what? The WBC immediately. Suppose, let's talk about the corona. So when the coronavirus actually attacked us, and it usually goes to the lungs. So once in the lungs, the white blood cells will come into play, and they are going to engulf this virus. So it is a particular way of doing it, which is known as phagocytosis, which is going to engulf the virus. The virus is coming like that, and this is a WBC, T cells and B cells, which will come and take the virus like this, and it will throw the virus out of the body. So if you have seen that how many people, even before the vaccine actually came into being, if you look at the number of people who got affected with the virus and the number of people who died, you may have some reasons to believe that the people who died, they have something which was lacking in them. And the people who have survived, they have something in them for which the body actually supported them, and that's nothing but immunity. So therefore, again, I have given this particular slide. I have again taken it from the internet, but remember that these are the food which we each, if we take almost daily. There are some more which I'll tell you. So, but you can note it down. So you must have zinc along with the food source, iron, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B6, and two others, which is vitamin D, and the number 8 is proteins. So remember, zinc, iron, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B6, vitamin D, and proteins. Now, when I'm talking about proteins, the people who have taken, let's say, the complete protein, that means which we have taken the essential amino acids also, which cannot be produced by the body, if they would have taken, or they must have taken almost daily these combinations once in a while. Let's say you don't have to take all the things together or all the things at one go, except for vitamin C, because as I said, that vitamin C is excreted excreted very quickly. So vitamin C, you need to take it, let's say, 2 times or 3 times a day, either in a form of tablets or in the form of the food. But you must take it, these vitamins and the zinc, iron, and the proteins. So and the essential proteins. So only protein taking is not sufficient. So remember that whenever you'll be growing up, many of you will be studying nutrition. Because let me tell you also that this is a subject which has been neglected, uh, especially in India. Because to today's world, if you see that, you will see that there are many nutritionists and dietitians. Dietitians are more. Dietitians are specifically giving the, let's say, diet for a particular person. But nutrition is one which should be given to everybody. And if you start taking nutrition right from your these ages, let's say this childhood, I don't think that you will have a problem of immunity, uh, let's say, in future. So you can grow well by taking the right kind of food. So that's very important. And then you can even study. Nutrition is a subject which should be studied. And there are many, let's say, institutions which are now opening up, and they are taking this as one of the subjects, nutrition. So people must know that what is nutrition and how good the nutrition values are, which are the uh, food which we should be taking, and in which content, which is how many times, and etc. So you know that there's a immunity is being formed. The other area which is very, very important, so see, this brings me to this chia seeds and the body functions. In case you can get hold of these chia seeds, you please go ahead. You need to add just 1 or 2 teaspoonful in your milk, in your curd, in your dal, in your food, in your dosa, in your sambar, the way you want it. You can take this. So it is very high in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Why I'm talking about this especially for you? Because this is a very, very customized product for the brain health. So therefore, for good brain development, if you can source chia seeds, if you can nurture taking chia seeds daily, it is going to help you a lot. So remember that. And chia seeds also has got all essential, that 8 essential amino acids. Can you imagine that? So you have got here, it's a power-packed, nutrition, where you have got high omega-3, omega-6, and also the essential amino acids. In fact, many people who have taken chia seeds during this time, or they are taking it before or now, they will have a very good nutritional balance in their body. It also has good amount of iron, zinc, potassium, selenium, and antioxidants. See, even I was not knowing about chia seeds 2 years before, but I have come to know about this, and I'm actually consulting a company for the last 2 years or so. They have the chia seeds, so I also came to know about it. I was not knowing about it. So this is a newer seeds, so you can try this, so not a problem.
And now what do we say this chia seeds? Like, I'm not understand. I don't know what are these.
This is chia seeds. You can see it here. It's just like seeds. It's like a black seeds, or there are some white seeds also. So if you ask in the market that previously it was very costly, now it is not. So it's a seeds like your hemp seeds, or you have got flax seeds, or let's say, the small seeds, sesame seeds. So these are the seeds, different types of seeds. Like sunflower seeds you have got from sunflower. Have you seen watermelon seeds? Watermelon?
Yes.
Now, these seeds are, of course, not watermelon. They're much smaller, very, very small. But chia seeds are, I'm not surprised that you have not heard about it, because as I said, 2 years before, I was not knowing about it. So actually, these are being developed by CFTRI, that is Central Food Technological Research Institute in Mysore, or Mysuru. They have developed these chia seeds in a big way. They are giving it to the farmers to cultivate, so that people can gain the right nutrition. So if you want to know more chia seeds, you can talk to Bhaskar Anna, or you can talk to your other seniors. They must be knowing about it. But chia seeds is very good. But otherwise also, forget chia seeds. Chia seeds, I'm just telling you, it has got one source of everything. But there are other food also, nutrition also, which I told you, which you must nurture. It's not that once in a while you should not have a chocolate. But in case there is a possibility, go for a dark chocolate. Because these days, again, you will find that there's a 50% dark chocolate is available. So therefore, take that once in a while. I'm sure that you go out and try and have maybe once in a while some snacks outside. Try and avoid, let's say, too many times these outside snacks, which are not good. There is no, let's say, substitute to homemade food. Remember that. So snacks can be made also at home, where the oil is under your control. You know what is the oil you are giving, but if you go out, you don't know that what they're giving. So therefore, I come to the end of this by telling you that what is the daily food you will be taking. So which is a compilation of whatever we have taken. So number one is the rice item, preferably brown rice. If you can take it daily, once in a while, that's okay. Take it. The second is the chapati or wheat. So either, see, these are the two staple food of ours in India. Either we take rice or we take chapati. So usually, of course, we take the white rice. The white rice is more refined. So white rice is also fine. They have got a still some of amount of carbohydrates and good carbohydrates, and as well as a little bit of protein is there. But brown rice has got good protein, by the way. Third is ragi. Now these you know, so I don't have to tell you. So take ragi balls, and the other way you prepare your ragi, take it as much as possible, which is a very good source of many things. You must take dal once in a while, and you must take eggs one a day at least. Try and see, and of course, whenever there's a possibility, take milk. So these are the ones, and then the other side is you have must have fruits. So see, these are the ones on the left hand side is mainly give you proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So, but then again, when you come to this side, you have got vitamins and minerals, fruits and vegetables. Actually, there is a saying which I have learned, and which let me share with you. People say, the experts say that if you take three types of fruits which are different in color, and three types of vegetables which are again three different types in color, chances are of your health is much better. So chances of, because there are some people, they say you will not face any disease, you will not have any disease in case you take this, because you have got the right combination of vitamins and minerals and some good omega 3 and good proteins. So this is the combination you must try, but not that it's sacrosanct, that it's not very important, but you must have a combination of all these. Peanuts. Now, this is one product which is so economic, but many of us we do not take. Again a powerhouse like chia seeds. Peanuts is also a powerhouse of nutrients. So one must nurture whenever you possible. Take that peanuts. You can take with peanuts with puri. You know that many people take the bhel puri and sev puri. If it has been made nicely, you can take that. That's a very nice thing. Gram, that is also another source of beautiful source of iron. So you can take it the way you can take it with vegetable. You can take it by boiled gram, or let's say soaked gram in the morning, whichever way you like it. Water at least 8 glasses. And the last one, try it. I'm not saying that you should must have it, but you must try and see that you must try and nurture near chia seeds from now onwards whenever you get an opportunity, right? So with that, I have come to end of today's. I know I have exceeded me the time limit, but I could finish it. That telling you that what is all about good food and how to really take it, which are the right food, right nutrients, and how to take it. Right now, any
Okay.
questions?
Yes. Any questions?
Of course, there are a few questions which were there in between.
Hmm. Tasma, you have any more questions?
Oh, it was Tasmia was asking me, is it?
Yeah, yeah. She always asks.
Very
And
nice.
she always notes down because she wants to get the highest marks in the quiz tomorrow.
Oh, good. Very nice.
Yeah. Any
Any
more
other
questions?
questions? Yes,
See,
please.
we We have 20 of us today.
Oh, good.
Anyone else? Come on. No questions. If not, then we can wrap up this brilliant presentation by Partho Anna. He's made a very elaborate
Anna,
yet
I have a
comprehensive.
question.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Tasmia. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell me, please.
Anna, I have
Fast. But
a
I must say
question,
that,
Anna.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Tell me,
fast.
please.
You're having problem, connectivity problem.
Anna,
Okay. I will
I
not be
have a
able to
question.
solve that problem, of course. Yes.
Anna, can you hear me now, Anna?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You are audible. No problem.
Yes, Anna. Anna, can I ask Anna?
Please, please.
Please, we are waiting for you, Tasmia.
Anna, you said that
Tasmia, do one thing. You put it up in the chat
consuming
box.
saturated fats is harmful for our body.
Sorry, can you? You are asking something about saturated fatty
Sat-
acids? Tell me, what do you want to know?
Yes, Anna. Anna, you said saturated fats consuming is harmful for our body, no, Anna. So consuming unsaturated fats a lot also is harmful for our body, Anna.
Yes, actually, anything if you consume more, so uh, there is a dietary allowances given by the regulated body, which is known as it's a RDA. It's a dietary allowances for daily consumption. So anything if you exceed, so it would be having a harmful effect. So therefore, like you just ask yourself whenever you are eating something, you take a particular amount of rice, you take a particular amount of ragi, you take particular amount of dal, or you may take an egg or milk or whatever. You should not exceed that, because see, after all, whatever we are taking, it is being treated by our body first as an foreign body. That means the body does not try to understand that. When we started taking the first solid food, if you remember, after leaving mother's milk, when we first start taking the first solid food, few days we'll be having a problem with our stomach. So there could be a diarrhea, the small child is going to vomit. Why? Because the human body is not accepting those particular food. You understand? So therefore, anything and everything, if you try and take it more, it will have a problem. Usually, also let me tell you, Tasmia, that we have we like carbohydrate and fats more. You know why? Because we have the taste buds in the tongue, taste buds, which are more for carbohydrate and fats. So anything which is oily, anything which is sweet, usually it's being liked by us. We take it immediately. But protein, that they the taste buds number for proteins acceptance is much lower. So proteins are not very tasty. Not very tasty means there are not many of the taste buds are not available. So it tastes different. But sugar, you take, I like it. Like for examples, when you are talking about the fatty acids, even some of the unsaturated fatty acids are also not very good in taste. But still we take it. We need to take it because it has got essential fatty acids, so which is very important for us, which has got omega 3 and omega 6. Saturated fatty acids and trans fats, these are to be avoided at all costs. Like if one of the examples of saturated fatty acids, I will tell you butter, and I must also tell you in bracket ghee. So, but the ghee is, whenever it is being prepared, it is depending on the preparation, it has got either it falls onto saturated fatty acids or unsaturated fatty acids. If you buy from a good source, if you make the ghee, many people they make it at home, then it is goes towards the unsaturated fatty acids. But if you buy from the market where we don't know, I'm not saying that all ghees are saturated fatty acids. No, not at all. But since you do not know the source, I would in fact request you to avoid that ghee because you do not know whether it's good or bad. Butter, I will tell you very frankly, it is not the right thing. Even if you know somebody who are taking butter, ask them and tell them, request them not to take butter. So your question was that saturated fatty acid is bad, but unsaturated fatty acids, can we take it more? Yeah, you cannot take more than 20% of the daily needs. If you remember, the MUFA and PUFA should not be more than 20%. Total fat content should not be 30%. So out of which MUFA and PUFA, that is the unsaturated fatty acids, that is MUFA and PUFA, should be about 20%. Saturated fat, in any case, we need to take some or the other. So you cannot avoid it. So the nutritional control experts are saying that don't take more than 10%. Don't exceed. Take it, don't exceed. I don't know whether I have been able to answer your question properly.
No, no, it's very clear. In short, nothing
Yes,
in
sir.
excess is good. Whether even good things in excess can be bad.
Yes, that's
Okay, so I think we don't have much time now. We will wrap it up. But Partha Anna, I'm very happy that this last slide, the daily food, gives a comprehensive diet. With all the requirements of carbs, protein, fats, and all minerals, and all are easily available and affordable for all the students here.
oh, very
Rice,
nice.
chapati, ragi, dal, eggs, milk, fruits,
Oh, very good.
vegetables, peanuts, gram, and water, 8 glasses. And I'm also very happy that Partha Anna has sowed the chia seed in the minds of these students. So for future, they should keep chia seeds in mind, and which will be very beneficial to them. So with this note, we end today's session.
And
I'm sure these students have more questions, but I will pass on the questions
yeah,
to you,
please do,
Partha
please do.
Anna.
See,
Yeah,
this is a very, very important and
yeah,
interesting,
hmm,
subject. So
yeah.
please keep asking Bhaskar so that I can know that I can
Yes, yes,
answer
yes.
through him. Not a problem. But Bhaskar, this one thing is that this is not the lights last slide, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
This is the light slide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, very good, very good. I'm so happy to see myself here. Thank you so
So
much.
thank you very much,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bhaskar,
So
and all the students.
yeah, your picture also should come here. Anyway, right. Okay then,
Okay,
students, say bye to Partha Anna. Thank him, and we will meet again
we'll
surely.
meet again, surely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Anna.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Bye. Anna.
Stay
Thank you,
healthy.
Anna. Bye, Anna.
Bye.
Hmm.
Bye. Stay
Bye,
healthy.
Anna.
Stay happy. Bye. Bye.
See
Bye.
you, Anna. Thank you, Anna.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Nava.